It's a noise complaint?
No, it is not a noise complaint. I just, if you would have a guest for dinner, perhaps?
Oh!
Come on in, Essek! We invited you before! Come.
I thought about it. I hadn't really... Stops hovering and lands on his feet and unfastens the mantle.
We're gonna see behind the curtain.
Body? We've never seen his body.
It's like a reverse crank.
Don't Google reverse Krang, by the way.
I did that.
One conflict about 13, 14 years ago on the northern side of the Empire, in which many of soldiers on both sides were killed. And recently, some of those spirits began to undergo anamnesis there, around Nogvarat. And as such, we helped the children return to the destiny. And as such, have now been reintroduced into our society.
So Empire kids might turn 15 and be like, oh shit, I'm a Kreen. I need to go back.
Under the rare conditions in which a spirit that has been consecuted were to die near a beacon away from the dynasty.
That's why, do you remember? The criers were going, children are being stolen from Nogvarat.
That would make sense. A unique spin to the tale. I would not focus so much on pressing these religious beliefs that are based on myth and interpretation. I know gods exist because we have proof, and there are those who speak to them. There are visions and miracles that happen, but the Luxon does not speak to anyone. I find that the obsession with this Luxon entity belies what the truth may be, that these artifacts, I theorize, have nothing to do with a divine being, but are just perhaps artifacts designed in the Age of Arcanum that have been misread. I ask you this. What are your opinions on war, on this conflict?
What is it good for?
Nothing, that's what.
Oh, say it again. That was so fast.
It was traveled.
That you would have watched longer.
Great question. And which one? You can be open here.
Yeah.
So,
How much is the end
Wine.
this additional beacon, where is it now?
We'll tell you if you tell us which one of us is the
She
hottest.
doesn't.
Zone of truth.
He takes his boots off and then rolls up the legs just beyond the knee and does kind of place his feet into the
How's his feet look? Are they like
Howard's toes.
super delicate from where he just like floats all the time?
Yeah, like are they atrophied from not?
It's like easily slapped.
How detailed are your notes?
They are very, very well-kept soft feet from a man who takes care of himself and the nobility. Sure, there you go.
Well, unicorns flying around
Are
now.
they friendly?
Yeah, they love everyone except unless you're, gonna harm me and then they'll kill you.
I don't want to harm you.
I know, and the traveler doesn't want to harm you. He keeps you safe.
I've heard two great things about the Traveler. If only I had one more.
Speak from your heart, Justin. What were you lacking before that he filled?
Well, I was really lonely, and he's a really good friend, and he just accepts you for who you are, and he likes all the things that are good about you, and he makes them stronger.
Jeff is sold.
Really?
That's great. Jeff needs a friend. Jeff needs someone who takes him as he is. Jeff is down.
Jeff, do you want to go to Traveler Con or have a con in a volcano coming up
What?
soon?
No. Jess, that was great. Maybe leave out the volcano.
It's an important part.
Tropical location.
So some people might be.
No, it's not. It's a tropical location.
It is?
marijuana, so, you know.
Jeff has a very imaginative backstory.
Jeff, where are you from?
Pride's call. I'm an archaeologist.
He's responsible for the bacon. Kill him! Kill him! Flay his flesh!
He used to be.
The family of stone. You shall take the limbs of this hero and walk the plains until you find an oasis at the mouth of a red and gold veined cave. There upon my altar you shall feed these limbs to the beasts that walk there, so that they may hold my mark. And to this site you shall build a menagerie whose beast shall be my gift to the Changebringer, to remind her that nature is infinite.
Did you get all that?
No, I got that. The family of stone?
Family of stone. Dust, clay, and stone. 3 families.
What, do you know something? What?
Yeah, I mean, yes, no.
What?
I find it ironic.
What?
When you're at an orphanage, I give you a shit last name. Mine was Stone. I never used it because it's not my name. It was just given to me.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
That was terrible. 15.
That's the truth.
Wow. They gave you the name Stone?
Yes, but orphans can have any kind of bland, ordinary last name.
But you got Stone.
Yes, it's very strange. I think it's only
Family of the Wild Mother.
That you now follow.
What a tough name.
that's
Ford Stone. Wow.
Yasha, as you kind of wake up in the morning, your whole body is sore. Like you'd come out of an extended battle for a period of time, and it's strange, and you're like, ah. And yeah, in a very, very minor Spider-Man-like transformation, like you're slightly more swole than you previously were.
Wow.
So your strength goes up by 2.
Oh shit!
That's crazy.
Do you smell worse? Like, did your BO just through the roof? How do you smell?
I smell like a crayon.
It's a good smell.
You know,
All the things to 0.
but
It's a good smell.
And we all went there immediately.
there's a reason for that in a story I will tell you all later.
All right.
The 3 of you begin to sync, and like kind of one person will posit a question where they're kind of at a point in the equation, and the next finishes it. They make eye contact and smile, grab something, finish that line, grab this piece of paper, toss it to you. This equation finishes, and rapidly the 3 of you become kind of fervid researchers on the cusp of a breakthrough. By the close of the hour, the moment hits where the equation connects. The spell is complete. As it kind of stands up and goes like, I don't know what to say. This is very impressive.
But whatever you want to do, we're here.
I love you all. Let's do it.
Preparing as you pull the sleeves back, you take the scattered elements of the crushed gems and place them across Nott's body as you lay down into the clay.
That's wet.
The ritual begins as the lines begin to draw around. The incantations begin. All of you kind of sit back and watch as the wind begins to pick up. The temperature shifts and alters. The cold of the clay heats around your body, and you feel it begin to actually move. You watch as the clay begins to slowly almost melt and reverse upward, and then eventually encasing elements of Not's body. As the magic begins to swirl and gather, minutes seem to stretch longer than you expected. It's a place where time momentarily seems to not really have an impact. Words you try and speak draw out slowly. As part of this ritual, it's an encapsulation within itself, and all of you are just bystanders watching a new magic be birthed. As you progress, you reach out and extend your thoughts towards Not. And Not, you concentrate and focus on the image of who you truly are in the heart of hearts. As you feel the clay begin to cool and turn cold around you, you engage the second element of the spell. Now the woven threads of arcane power pierce the clay and pierce Not's body to begin the process of rearrangement. The excitement begins to flow through you with the knowledge that you have the ability at your fingertips to do this. After so many times of discussing and contemplating and daydreaming, this is the moment where you are the surgeon at work. And you go in for that first kind of incision. And you're blocked. And you pull. And it should be working, and you push again, and you're blocked. There's something dark, something in the way, and you don't know what it is, and it's frustrating. You shake your head and tense your eyes, and as you push a third time, it pushes back. All of you watch as the clay suddenly cracks, shatters across the room, sending shards everywhere. You're having to block your eyes. The window kind of blasts open a little bit. The spell itself, the ritual, the containment field of energy suddenly drops. And all you hear between the two of you as the shadow that encases Not is this terrible laugh. And all that you recall is the last time you heard that laugh.
That motherfucker.
When you were placed beneath that water. You've sensed this before, things like this. But lying deep in the heart of Not's form lies a curse that still holds her. Something that still grips her essence from whatever creature laid this fate upon her. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Great blue orbs of magic.
Holy moly.
Okay. Okay.
Was this bitch?
I'm gonna have to fuck some shit up.
Bath or something.
Here, wait.
No, wait, that's not. No.
What
What is that? What do you have? What do you have for us?
You said you had cotton mouth, so.
Yeah.
Is that oatmeal?
Oh, yeah.
We just passed the
It's
imaginary.
just water.
Sorry.
She didn't say. Now it's trumpet.
How did you find all these instruments, Joshua?
I have learned that a trumpet helps with cotton mouth.
Oh.
I'll show you kids. The saliva going. Saliva going.
Rewind.
You said that it reminded you of something. What?
My dad said he made a deal with a woman in the woods. Like an old fortune teller woman.
Okay.
Did
what?
he say she had a weird laugh or?
Yeah. We really.
Is that where he met this woman?
He said he walked on foot. He heard about some woman who could trade.
She had a home in the woods in the
He had a
mountains?
home in the woods, and he just walked barefoot until he eventually found her.
Has this creature ever had a conversation with Beau's father?
The cold breeze rescinds and then blows with equal strength.
Can't you read wind? Yes, from me.
There's two that you find that are local to the kind of the area you're looking in the Marrow Valley. One is Isharnai, the Prism Sage.
Shanai the...
Isharnai, the Prism Sage.
Do I dare ask you to spell that?
Isharnai. At which point her eyes go.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Who's this I see?
Fiona Fancy Pants.
You can't converse through it.
Oh
But she just slowly stands up, very aware of the scrying arcane bauble that you've sent there.
No, it's too loud at karaoke, please.
Let's go to the gentleman.
People sing.
no. Yeah, let's go to
What's wrong
Legit.
with singing? Singing's nice.
When people do karaoke, they try too hard.
No, you have your song that you go. You have a song that you always sing, and you're good at it.
Song that you always sing?
What do you sing?
Sweet Caroline.
How does it go?
Well, it's in Abyssal.
I happen to speak Abyssal, so I'll know exactly what you're saying.
It goes like this.
There it is, the secret of the Luxon, unmasked.
Yeah,
As he said, though. Got his handwriting, though.
that's 50 gold.
That's good. Maybe you could learn it, forge something.
Send a letter to my mom saying, "Oh my gosh, I miss you so much."
You can parent trap them.
Oh, I was worried that we were going to
You
get
can
the
parent
parent
trap
trap. We got the parent trap.
What if
Meet me here, and because I still love you. And then you send a letter to him, because you probably know your mom's handwriting.
Yeah, obviously.
I want to meet you at this place, at this time.
Kill both your parents. That's cool.
That's true. I wonder if he would help me.
This is a noble pursuit.
Identical twin.
I bet he would. This seems like exactly what he does. Hey, hi.
Hi.
They're not bad at all. They're fine.
Okay.
Did Chester come back?
Nope.
9.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Wait,
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
5 minutes.
start stealthily making my way back to our camp.
into the camp.
Okay. Both of you make perception checks.
I'm so excited. 5.
You pass each other.
All right, I'm back in the trap.
Back to our camp.
Chester, where are you?
You see one of them go, I heard something.
I peek my head into the bubble. Hey,
No, I'm yeah.
he's
Hey.
not back then.
She was just looking for you.
She's looking for me.
Find you.
She just went to go look for you.
For me?
They probably just passed each other.
Okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back.
Oh, you can just stay here.
And I go.
2 of piercing damage.
Let's get out
So
of
7
here.
total.
I'm saying wait.
What do you mean, wait?
Wait. Are they close?
No, the 2 of them are there just loading arrows and
I'm gonna
firing.
zigzag towards them.
Zigzag towards them. I dropped my crossbow.
Right.
What are you doing?
Wait.
You guys can hear this, by the way.
Okay, I'm getting
I just
nothing.
need to
You
get
guys
rid
saw
of
this
the
flare
thing.
go up in the sky and start hearing yelling in the distance. The one who's charmed in the back goes, hold on. Lights a torch and kind of approaches. Don't worry, they're friends.
We're friends.
And the 2 kind of see as they approach and they look at you and they go, fuck. And they look at each other and they both drop their weapons and go, we didn't know. We're so sorry.
Wait.
We're so sorry.
Wait, who are you?
We're just, look, we're hunters. We're-
You again! You fuckers! I shoot one in the leg.
Roll it. Oh. Don't incinerate us. We didn't know. Look, we're not thieving. We're just hunting.
They were just hunting, not.
Yeah, but they're assholes.
We listen to you. What's up?
Have you been stealing in general?
No, we haven't. I swear to God. We didn't mean anything.
She can read minds. Read their mind. Zone of truth.
Oh, that I don't have it prepared, but I'm going to
Just say that you're doing it.
I'm casting Zone of Truth on them, but I'm
Make
not
a deception
actually.
check with advantage.
You know what? I'm really proud of them.
They have made a change. They've turned over a new leaf.
Yeah.
They look healthier. They're
They
clothed.
did. They looked like they were eating good. I'm really proud of them.
I'd have to cure somebody. I heard terrible screaming and.
We get it. You have a baby.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
The horses just take off running without on them at all.
Yasha.
We all just follow Yasha's we're not even ready to go.
For a moment, you feel almost like you're matching that temperature. As you guys crest up on one side of the Rainbow Vineyards section, and you can see the 3-story estate of the Lionette family, lit from the inside.
Hey, Mom.
I'm sorry, but I didn't know you were coming.
Yeah, it's kind of a trend that I have going on.
Well, and she kind of heads down the stairs at a brisk pace and approaches and kind of like steps up to you and then halts, unsure kind of how to greet you. Gives a somewhat warm, somewhat stilted hug. Oh my goodness, I didn't even... Beauregard. And she turns and, kind of clutching the side, holding on to the edge with a big smile, bright eyes. The little boy kind of looks up at all of you. Kind of, Thoreau Jr., I'd like you to meet your older sister, Beauregard. Beauregard, this is Thoreau Jr.
The sister?
Yes, it's your sister. And he kind of walks up to you.
I crouch down.
And kind of puts his arms around you.
Hey, little man.
Hey.
What's your favorite color?
And he points at his mother's dress.
Green?
And then, as your father looks you directly in the face, and immediately just looks like he's seen a ghost. Beauregard.
Hi. Mom.
I can see that. I was not expecting to see you today.
Or ever.
Welcome. Friends of yours, I assume.
Yeah, Mom, Dad, this is the Mighty Nine.
He looks towards all of you and then looks to Nine. Goes,
Hi. How you are?
hello. Kind of looks to
Dad,
Clara. And goes like,
don't do that, Dad. Don't.
Clara looks back and picks up TJ and kind of puts him in her arms. And
Oh, it's fine.
Fucking embarrassing.
Cute kid.
He looks very tasty.
By this point, TJ is looking right at Nod after and goes like,
Cool, right?
Clara's like, I'm gonna go put TJ to put him down. And then takes off a little bit, and Thoreau steps in a bit. Well, it's a pleasure to have you all. I am glad you've all been Traveling, I assume.
Just gonna go start rifling around for some cups or something.
I have been receiving updates about your work with the Cobalt Soul. Apparently, been doing quite some fine work. I guess I should say expositor, Beauregard. That's incredible. I mean,
Still sending you those tuition updates, huh?
well, it's important for us to, make sure we know how our Beauregard's doing.
Unparalleled. She is.
Mm-hmm. As she would be.
Insight check.
Ooh.
I want to know if he seems like he's genuinely proud of her, or if...
Go for me, insight check. Beauregard? That's incredible. I mean...
Still sending you those tuition updates, huh?
Well, it's important for us to, make sure we know how our Beauregard's doing. I know you well enough, Beauregard, to assume you haven't come for the sake of pleasantries.
I just go up and stand next to Bo and put my hand on her back, and I'm gonna whisper in her ear, "Do you want us to stay? Please."
Yep, you know me, Dad. Wouldn't be here if I didn't want something. Listen, that story that you love to tell at every family gathering and for bedtime and any chance you had, that old hag that you talked about, we need to find her. Was that story even real, or was that just meant to terrify me?
You're trying to actually go to her.
We need her.
What for?
Why are you afraid?
I'm not afraid, I'm just curious.
We think she has something to do with why...
We needed to break a curse. That's all.
Choice.
Judy Garland just showed up.
Your daughter's trying to do what she always does, help a friend.
I cry a little bit and then just grab everybody and huddle everybody in.
And you all come in for a cold, rainy hug here in the mud on the outskirts of the Lionhead Estate here in Camorta. A union of support.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Caduce, does he have any shade? Shade?
You got any shade for those?
Important to cleanse the realm of spirit.
It's sage for the snee snake.
And are you all watching her do this ritual?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see emerge from the stone.
What?
A figure in a green cloak step from outside of the mountain and protect her from the rain. Where through the fog and mist, you can see a frame. You can see almost a porch of a home, no more than maybe 15, 20 foot end to end. A heavy thatched top to it that is green, brightly green with moss and mold and other sorts of natural growth that has taken root in it. It's like a cabin put together from numerous thin, tall trees. You see hanging from the outside of it, from elements of chain and rope, look to be hooks, whether it be for lanterns or tools or implements, who knows. There is a wooden rack off to the side of the porch that contains a handful of leathers that are stretched out. Forward, as you glance back towards the house, you see on the roof, crouched and looming over the front of it, arms trailing, cloak and hood up, perched a massive female humanoid form that is just knees up beneath the robe, weird, unnaturally long arms curled over the edge, just sitting and smiling and watching.
Interesting.
Oh boy. You all hear this now. While she speaks, it's almost vibrating around you sourcelessly. Even within the house, it feels like it's coming from the walls. But you all kind of turn and you can sense the source a bit coming from the house, but you cannot see anything.
Which of you visited me from afar these past days? I would like to see the face that held the prying eye.
Again, and look very directly in her direction and say, Ashar and I, we've done much to seek an audience with you. We hope we might be able to converse peacefully.
You can hear the loud sniffing sound and the warmth of breath on your cheek, Jester.
Come, we can talk. One at a time.
One at a time?
Let some sleep and worship.
Those of you who are inside the house, as you're kind of glancing through and seeing this, the head kind of darts in an unnatural speed in your direction, and the arm emerges and goes.
I just grab Nut by the hand.
Arranges it in front of her, takes the lantern, sets it on a hook.
Who wishes to talk?
Gross. It seems one of our party was affected by something that you might have done with her. It is of great interest to us if we might be able to discuss a way to lift your effect.
I take it you mean the goblin among you.
There is not much that escapes your view.
Well, that was quite the favor I had repaid that day.
Favor? Repaid?
I enjoy being tethered to misery. It feeds me. And your friend has been a delicious drip.
I'm sure you can understand I don't want to speak for any of the other members of our group, but there may be more misery amongst us.
Existing misery is paltry. New misery. That is lasting.
Dealmaker. She's attracted by misery, not existing, but perhaps new. It seems we'll have to give something in order to have your curse
I walk
lifted.
in. I'll walk away from all of it. Everything that I've worked really hard to get. It's family. Family.
It's in the air. It's not your fault. It's all of us.
This family, my old family, my new brother, my position.
She leans
I've achieved.
interested in listening intently.
I've achieved more than I thought I ever would. Richer than I ever thought I would. More skilled than I ever thought I would. I don't know what's left past this anyway.
Chosen exile.
You see her eyes kind of seeming to almost look beyond the walls of this chamber towards the individuals that await you outside.
From this, that is new misery.
Where would I be exiled to? My choice, yeah. But where would I be?
The inspiration will find you. Do you accept this transaction?
What of my family? My blood family? What of my father and his current deal?
His deal continues until it comes to its fruition. This is a new deal for a new misery.
Beauregard exits.
What did you say? What did you do? What happened?
What just happened?
Come talk to her.
Me?
Well, what did you do?
She knows your hand.
Two warring nations were about to form a lasting peace, and that peace just sort of went away. Sick. Fucking sick. That would cause misery for thousands, tens of thousands of people.
Ah, but I am not tethered to that misery. Unless you tether it for me.
The eyes are growing brighter.
How does that work?
Without looking, the hand reaches over and extends all the way to the shelf from her sitting position on the opposite end of the room. And between the fingers, you could see grasping what looks like 4 different jars and vials and pulling them over.
I have ways.
I know one resolution, but I don't think it would end very well for you.
You watch as the shoulders kind of pull back a bit, and you swear for an instant her body seems to almost swell and grow as the shadows grow across the walls behind her. She sits a little higher in the seat.
Do tell.
She's all yours. Whoever wants to go in there.
I go in.
One by one, okay.
Oh, just her. Let's just fuck.
Hi.
You're the one that found me?
I did. I'm really sorry about it. I'm a pretty happy person.
I can see that.
And I said I could offer, like, to give you a hand. Like, literally, if I cut my hand off or something.
or something. Back to what you said before. Are you offering your artistic expression?
You like my, ability to draw?
It is something I see brings you much joy.
It does, it really does.
You see, like, saliva gathering at the edges of her mouth. Kind of one single string kind of under the table.
If you give me your hands.
Like, literally, like my hands? Like, how will I eat? You know? Like, what if it's just, my ability to draw?
You have friends who can feed you, right?
Oh man, that's gonna suck real bad to not have any hands at all.
Does it negate it if I go and I grow them back or something?
I think you know how intense and lasting these bargains can be.
All right, I wouldn't be able to grow them back. That's going to make things so difficult. No hands.
You're the one who offered it.
Individuals make do all the
Wait,
time.
what about when I cast spells? Like with my fingers? Is it like Doctor Strange where like I can still do it?
That would be a conversation between you and whatever entity.
His name is the Traveler. He's a really powerful god. I bet he's here right now looking over me. Hold on. Maybe before we make the deal, I can eat one last cupcake. Since I won't be able to do it. Okay. I'm going to pull out my last blueberry cupcake. Will you split this cupcake with me? Have you ever had a blueberry cupcake?
I don't believe I have.
See, I'm using my fingers to break it in half.
Oh my god.
Make a persuasion check.
24.
She reaches out and grabs the other half of the cupcake. It's so small in her long, curled fingers. Kind of.
That was sprinkled with the dust of deliciousness.
Okay. Remind me what that is again?
That is a dust that makes food taste much better. And it also gives you a disadvantage on wisdom checks and wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Modify Memory.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Hold on.
My stomach hurts so bad.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if it works.
Come on, come on, come on.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It does.
Okay.
Did I succeed?
Yep.
What?
I'm going to make her believe that she enjoyed my company so very much that she agreed to end Not's curse because she liked hanging out so much. And she hasn't had good company in a very long time.
Laura fucking Haley.
Okay. So as you complete your incantation, the minute of describing this shift in time, you,
I get done with telling her that and I just start going, oh my god, you are so funny.
It has been quite a while since I've taken just a moment to relax.
I know, right? Everybody needs that.
Strange day.
I know, but thank you so much. It means a lot.
You caught me in a good mood. Well, should you come across any more of those cupcakes,
I will send them your way.
do not be afraid to come visit again.
I will definitely do that. You know, they make some that are called black moss cupcakes. I will let you know because, yeah.
Well, the night grows late.
Yeah, it is. It's getting dark outside.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Something that you've always wanted?
Just your company, you know. Thank you. Should I send my friend Not in, or is it just? Do you need to see her?
Oh, it's fine.
And you see the hand kind of wave past, and the shadows of the room grow extremely dark. The lantern fights to maintain a flame, and then it slowly expands back out.
A deal is a deal.
This has been fun. Well, it's a long journey back, I guess. I guess we should head out, huh? Thank you so much. See you later.
See you sometime.
Okay. Does the door do the thing?
Right.
She seems very distracted and is trying to piece together incongruent events, but waves a hand and the door closes behind.
We gotta go. You're good. Let's go.
Make your way into the deep mists. We're gonna end tonight's session there.
Fucking beast! You fucking beast!
That was amazing.
Oh my god, what a troll!
I can't even begin to digest
That
was such a
dust
boss
of
move.
deliciousness on the cupcake.
I've been holding on to fucking
I had
dust of
forgotten about that fucking item.
And it's
That
so
is
good for 5 more servings.
So obviously, in the moment, a legendary moment of this campaign.
Fuck!
Fun point of order.
The fucking swing.
Fun point of order.
Moment.
The first roll I rolled was a 2, and then I was like, "Oh, she's disadvantage." Well, no, but she has advantage on magic resistance.
So it's just.
So it's just the roll, and
It was
still
a 2?
a fail.
That's what your face journey was. It
Yeah.
was a complicated.
It was like,
one.
oh fuck, wait, no, but disadvantage.
You completely fucking Gretel'd his Hansel. Like,
Yeah.
it was just...
Yeah. Okay. During the time of the Duelist Dominion, during the time of the Duelist Dominion, before the Dwindling Empire and the Duelist Dominion had their fight, There were certain sects of people that lived in what is now the Truscan Vale and around these mountains that had built an entire colony based around this what they proclaimed to be a godlike creature that existed in this mountain. They referred to it as the Twilight Phoenix, and they would burn effigies to it. They have this long-standing belief that this mountain was kind of its home, or it's what it became when it eventually laid to rest. And that's why they explain all the geothermal activity around here. They say it's just like a remnant of it.
We did see a purple sort of fire bird down in that temple of Katoa.
But the people that worshipped this, the people that worshipped this creature, this entity around this area, also made a lot of enemies. And the Jewelist Dominion itself, though they were within its terrain, at some point they were hunted down and killed in their homeland, pretty much just wiped out.
Oh, I love you guys. We did really good. That was crazy. You should have seen her up there on the roof. Bitch had 4 elbows. It's not normal. I saw it, like literally. I have to do a poop check. I want to do it here, but we're all trapped in this bubble.
Nat still has poop on her leg from...
What was that from again?
from seeing the hag.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't want to look. I don't want to break the seal. We'll all be fucked.
What if when your mom's not around? Is that okay?
I think it's a little different. If you're talking about yourself, it is 100% different, and do not fucking compare yourself to my parents.
Well, I'm totally absent right now.
But there's a difference between pursuing the things that make you happy and showing that and being an example to your kids, and then just totally fucking being so self-absorbed in your own damage that you just transfer all of that and neglect them.
That's very well put, actually.
That's really well put.
What were your parents like? What was your mom's name?
Chef's kiss. I had lovely parents.
Yeah.
Ashley was her name.
Everyone write that down.
It was easy to remember.
And your father?
Travis.
Wow, those are the most, those are great names.
Really good names.
Strong names. Glorious names.
I had 3 older brothers who I didn't get along with too well, but my parents were loving and kind. And
You weren't taken by the meditation to put you to sleep.
nice cover. What was that sound supposed to be?
I'm tickled.
But the meditation successful was nice.
I don't know.
Get us back the way we came?
Well.
Do you think our horses are still alive? How do you think WC Jr. is doing?
No, we sent them home, remember?
I know, but do you think they made it?
No.
No, me neither.
Not a fucking chance. Oh, I'll just stay under this tree at night.
They were disguised as moorbounders dancing around like horses.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yep.
For how long?
An hour or something?
No, it was 8 hours.
8 hours.
Seeming.
8 hours.
Yep.
Concentration.
Seeming lasts a while. No, not concentration.
We could head that way and see if there's anything left.
Someone's a scrap.
They were...
Or they got killed when they got into town because they were like, ah.
They made it all the way back.
That is so true.
Also fair.
Buttercup!
Oh, no.
It's okay.
As the warm wind kind of blows through, you get a sweet smell, a familiar smell. This kind of sweet honeysuckle-like flower aroma that reminds you of times in your youth when you were on the right path. And the wind blows in the direction of the jungle in front of you.
Oh, wow.
Mosquito.
No, that was just lame.
Oh.
I'll step forward and I'll say, listen, you fucking jungle. I'm a paladin of the Wild Mother. You're gonna move or we're gonna bust you wide open. We're gonna wreck this place. Don't make me fucking tell you twice! Can I intimidate it?
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
I love that you tried to deceive and intimidate
going to go well.
your
Yes,
environment.
intimidate the ones. Yes.
21.
Yes.
Yeah. You take a confident step forward. A massive plant that was just beyond the route you were standing on just devours Ford, just completely vanishes inside of a large fly trap like pod. The dome, beyond the edge of the glade, you see a familiar green robe.
Take it up and go. Is this the oasis? No. This is your oasis.
It's a place to talk. He stands and turns facing you. And he pulls his hood back, revealing his almost elf-like features, but more exaggerated and fey. His long ears curling behind the head. Beyond any elves that you've seen, his almond-shaped eyes of emerald green and brilliant beneath his thin feather-like brows. A voluminous orange-red hair curls down the back of the head like a lion's mane, and he smiles. Jester, you are my first disciple. The first one to truly carve the world with your cunning, your joy, and your mischief. I trust you. And are you ready for the absolute truth?
Yes?
I am the traveler. But it was not always this way. For when I traveled here, it was a world before me where I was without burdens, without responsibilities, and without limitations. I drank deep of the muted colors of Exandria, straining to exit. I plucked at and knotted the lives of many fools from the shadows, amusing myself by leaping into every whim with glee and purpose. And one day I met a little girl who sought that same spark. A little girl who found joy in exposing life's more subtle hypocrisies. A little blue girl who lived a life so small but felt in her heart there was so much more to see. This little girl and I found a kinship. And in that childlike wonder, a view so untempered by the sanctimonious morality of man, and she saw me as a god. So for her, for you, I don the mask of one. I found that with such pure, absolute faith granted towards me, I was exhilarated. I began to seek others who might be waiting for such guidance, to bring a bit of necessary chaos into the world. One by one, I traveled and found more souls who needed direction, who found themselves in our shenanigans. It was beautiful. Eons living for only myself. I found a new joy in helping others find themselves in a world cruel and painted in dull, divided pigments. With each new faith, I could find myself. I could feel myself becoming what you believed. Then more came. Playful pranks turned into demands. Prayers fighting for my attention. Freshly freed from previously imposed boundaries, I had managed to really construct my own. Such faith granted me power beyond what I thought possible to achieve. I was being spread too thin across those who I'd taken under my wing. I thought to bring them all together, to unify their causes and perhaps forge community under this banner, my banner, our banner, weeks away from the gathering of my lost children who have wound their lives around my boons and counsel. The truth, Jester, is that I have no idea what I'm doing. And I need your help. That's where it ends tonight's episode.
Holy shit!
Just sit there going, fuck off, David Bowie. Fuck off, no one wants you here, David Bowie.
Oh my god.
Go back to your home, David Bowie.
It's a cult! It's a cult!
I mean, this was Jester's fault the whole time!
Maybe not a cult.
Yeah!
It's a cult.
No, now he's gonna be a god. He's a god.
There's paper pants. It's a cult.
Elven features.
It's Argon. It's Argon.
Totally a dragon!
Come on. You're saying
Totally.
Yeah.
I am Lord Artagan of the Morn Crown, and I am the Traveler.
Oh, like, okay, so Caduceus, he worships like this wild mother.
I'm familiar.
Yeah. And so, like, when he asks her questions, you know what she does? She
Nothing.
blows the wind. Exactly, she does shit. So, and he's like, I sense, I understand what she's saying. She's not doing anything, but he thinks she is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
And he seems content?
Yeah, he's like totally into her.
People are strange.
I know. So, you could be like that, where people ask you things and you don't do anything and they'll still think you're doing something.
But I've already been so involved. Won't they be disappointed if suddenly I'm just not appearing?
Well, we just have to establish it as like there's like a new way of doing things,
Interesting.
Like you've gotten so powerful that you're always with us and you hear our thoughts and, you control everything and...
So the party is a goodbye. Kind of.
But
Loosely.
not for me, just for all those other people that are like less important.
And now they have friends, they've met, they can
They
be
can
a
rely on each
community in their
other.
own right. I love that. And when anything goes good, it's because of me. Everything goes bad, it's because of them.
Right, or, they'll find greater purpose in the bad things. They'll be like, oh, everything happens for a reason.
It's ridiculous, but
I know.
I'm happy for them to be content with that.
I know. So...
Nothing happens for a reason. It's absolute fucking chaos.
This guy.
Love him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We have a celebration.
Yeah, what are we going to do
shows.
there? I mean, do we just like give like a concert or like
No theater. But music, perhaps. We can bring some performers in. I think what I want right now is to successfully continue to build a religious cult.
I'm both
where only you and I and the rest of us know the truth. Because what a trick that would be.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
It's a big dick.
Also, it's a little dick in glass.
Does that look like a big dick to you? Wait, what do you see?
Oh, you are. Comparably, yes. Huge dick. Someone can walk through that dick, yes.
Well, it's just a little dick on the door. The whole door isn't shaped like a dick.
Oh, I thought that was the whole door.
I thought it was a.
No, it's a door and there's a little glass.
It's a big glass schlong.
I'm just going to leave one of my traveler shrines.
Kaiju fight! Stop at that one!
No, you're small
Over
now.
there!
This one?
Small.
No, I'm small because I'm big.
No.
Yeah.
You still walk over.
As this is happening, Beauregard stomps over to that one, like, and it just like becomes a normal Beauregard. And you go to stomp, and it's suddenly it's much larger than you remember. Beautiful rock carvings of various animals and creatures align the edges of this lake like a statue garden of all these beautiful beasts and people, just kind of in this decorative sense surrounding this lake. A menagerie of beautiful art enshrining this space as the court of beasts. Jungle deer, bears, elegant jungle cats, massive lizards, all sorts of creatures, all immortalized in these sculptures.
They're not petrified. These things are just really cool statues.
There's no statues poised in fear or anything.
There's a couple.
Oh.
Yeah,
And the further you walk, you see a few more. And that kind of ominous sense begins to come over you as you begin to see some of these arrayed in positions of people trying to possibly defend themselves as groups.
Wait.
Over, right near the water's edge, you see two taller figures that strike a familiar sight. Both Fearbog captured in an emotional moment of fear. The pair, female and older, they indeed resemble your mother Constance and your aunt Corin. About 15 feet from them, another pair of figures captured in stone resemble your sister Calliope. Her face resolute and her body fallen at an odd, stiff angle, while the other resembles your father Cornelius, seeming to try and pull her from the dirt like a heavy trunk of a tree, he himself captured in stone. Heavy sounds, earthy impacts of dirt begin to find your ears. You glance towards the lifted shore, the tree line stands, and you see some deranged beast of some kind emerging from the shadowy edge. The massive, swollen, bull-like creature begins to pick up speed towards you, its thundering hooves, its body itself a slightly pulling tapestry of metallic plates where large spines of darkened metal emerge between them, its eyes glowing angry as between where its limbs meet its body, little plumes of green fume emerge and drift around it.
I'm gonna run and I'm gonna step with the wind.
Okay.
It's my bonus to dash.
I'm gonna tip of the wind.
The tree in the wind.
Tay in the wind.
Got me. All right, where are you going?
I will.
Calliope and Cornelius. Cornelius dragging Calliope.
Okay, immediate greater respiration on both of them.
On both of them?
Yep. Burning my 5th and 6th.
Okay. What are you guys doing? You finish casting Greater Restoration. You can see Cornelius dragging first Calliope backward before you cast it on her. He's like, come on, I have to... What?
One moment.
Caduceus, what?
I'll explain.
Cornelius goes, how did you get here? What happened? I see you managed to deal with that thing right over there, and thank you for that. I assume these are your friends. Hi, I'm Cornelius. I'm Caduceus' father, and you see this large, older Fearbog, similar in appearance to Caduceus, though a bit thicker, a bit portlier, gray hair, kind of braided in two sides down the front. Her eyes are still wide. She's still kind of swallowing hard, but she's
I'm
holding strong.
Dad, go talk to Mom, and I'm gonna grab.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna grab Calliope and head over to the other broken one.
Okay. Strange. What is? Oh no! And looks around at the array. This has gotten worse.
I found a hand. Oh, hello.
Hello.
You must be Stone.
I'm Aramis Stone. Yes. I assume you belong to the Clay family.
That's just really funny.
At your service.
Well, with me.
Are you sure they're in the cave?
What year is it?
826?
How far away is that from our year?
10 years
like
ago.
10 years ago.
Whoa.
They might not be in the cave. A bit of time has passed since then.
200 years.
That's fine.
Take the dragonborn head from over here that I've kind of been holding around and just kind of like chuck in the ocean.
Swoosh.
What was that? What'd you throw?
And then that rock.
Oh.
Eventually, you guys see there, one trying to protect the other, the petrified bodies of Colton and Clarabelle, your elder brother and sister.
How do they look?
Intact, just petrified. Okay. And you see a figure kind of sitting on the edge of the water. And you kind of look closely, and you can tell from this distance, which isn't too far, and with kind of the glow from the water, the temple kind of base water itself, appears to be Calliope kind of sitting along the edge, toes kind of dipped into the pool, just kind of looking into it.
As quietly as I can, I'm going to very, very gently, quietly walk up to her without disturbing her. I very quietly, so slowly, get as close as I can, and remove the bone flute from my pocket.
Roll a stealth check for me, Caduceus. About 1.5 feet behind her, she sits there, her toe kind of curling in the water. You can hear she begins to whisper a silent prayer. We've gotten what we came for. And she kind of presents the stones from the night before, themselves expanding into the crystalline roots. You can see the rest of it looks around. Cornelius kind of goes forward and takes one and goes, "Would you look at that? We did something right." And he pats you in the head and ruffles your hair a bit.
I will admit, I hope that some of them choose to come back when it's time. I would love to see what grows.
Well,
I know I can say that to you. I'd never say that to them.
If the winds are strong, maybe they'll carry him back to us. At the very least for a visit. We got plenty of tea.
I'm gonna say goodbye to the idiots, and I'll be home soon.
I have a lot of siblings, dude.
Big family.
Your parents fuck.
It's true. It was a small house.
Wait. We're gonna unpack that later.
Yeah.
There's nothing weird about that. I don't know what.
What? No, we'll unpack that later. Okay.
Leave it.
Well, wait, what?
Sorry? Let's go.
Go!
I will start the spell. 11 minutes later. Ready?
Alrighty. You guys all gathered together, stepping through the circle in the middle of the alleyway. Here in Uthadurn, the subterranean warmer temperature immediately giving way from the darkness beneath to the bright, open blue sky of the sunset at Nicodranas.
With you, the ball eater makes an impression.
That's right.
Bad aftertaste, though.
It's that sea salt, you know?
Stop it with the mouth. Stop it. No! Stop it!
Aggressive actions, please.
What about just like dancing? Can we just dance? If our hands are down at our sides the whole time?
They all check in with eye contact once more. I think that would be allowed, yeah.
All right, we'll be here.
Commence. Turns around and walks onto the ship.
We're gonna die.
You watch as the 5 other Righteous Brand soldiers kind of stand there staring awkwardly, and one of them kind of starts to kind of get into the groove too. Before the others notice and like slap his armor, and he's like,
We are less familiar with your friend over here.
"Oh, this is Lord Desran Thane." And points over, and the other figure, the elven figure, goes, "My apologies for not introducing myself. I am just one of the lords of here, Nicodranas. And I'm meeting with some friends in preparation for the journey ahead. Actually, if you're interested in coming at all, there is an event, a party, that is to happen. This is in two nights from now, before we head out, if you're interested." Ludinus looks towards Desrin and goes, "Actually, Desrin, if we could have a conversation before you leave, that would be wonderful." They were standing.
Caleb.
Yeah?
I want to know that conversation. I want to know what's being said. You think you can get Frumpkin in there?
If you could, go ahead and roll a stealth check for Frumpkin. As a monkey.
Come on.
You hear one voice, Ludinus, say, "I couldn't help but gauge your discomfort with the conversation." And the other figure goes, "Well, I just wasn't expecting to see them." And Ludinus goes, "Shh, hold on." Does some hand motions. And as he releases what looks to be a simple spell, there's this faint shockwave that dissipates within a radius of them. Uncertain what it does, though you gather in the moment that it's probably some sort of a radial dispel to lock down or destroy any localized magic. However, the illusion around Lord Desrin Thane vanishes. And there standing in his place is a gently floating male drow with short hair.
No.
He's the traitor. He's the troll.
So blue. So.
The revealed Essek responds. "Of course I am uncomfortable with this. I did not know they were going to be coming directly here." And you can see, like, there's conflict in his eyes. And Ludinus goes, "I understand. But it's extremely important how we enforce and oversee the control and the exchange of the prisoners and the delivery of the beacon." Essek kind of thinks for a second. "I agree. But I want no further part in this once this is done." Ludinus kind of steps forward and goes, "I'm surprised to see such affection from such a previously cold individual." And Essek kind of turns his glance away and goes, "Well, I'm surprised myself. Maybe you should try friends sometime."
What do you hear? What do you see?
Desrin Thane is actually our good friend, Essek Thalis.
What do you mean, is?
He's working for,
It is a disguise.
But he was walking.
It's kind of a brilliant disguise if you think about it.
It's good to see you again.
Do you have a bathtub?
I have quite a nice bathtub, actually.
Could we fill it with clay?
Her expression darts throughout the group and then back to Jester.
We'll cover it with fabric before we do. It won't get stained.
To demolish this tub.
No, no, no! No.
You set the cloak within. put the clay in there, kind of situate a small pocket of it where Nock can kind of lay into. And it is like, it's a very, very kind of tiny element that it's almost like a tub within a tub. And Nock, you can get into there fairly easily.
Sure, yeah. I'll break invisibility and go in.
This is going to take a while, and I pull out a bit of red ribbon and tie it in a bow on the knob on the outside of the door and close it.
Smart.
What's that for?
They'll know.
Yasha, I'm like 60% sure you're not evil now.
That should be a lower percentage. Would you like a sip of your wine?
No thanks. Ford, I'm sorry that I always call you weak, but I only do that because I know you're strong enough to take it. Bo, thank you for taking care of Mr. Caleb. And Caleb, you know, I love you. And you're the second love of my life.
You finish the incantation with a shout. The clay shatters across the room. All of you are pushed back from the impact of this arcane shockwave. You feel the wood beneath your feet kind of growl and moan. The bathtub shatters. But that same orange glow is maintained. While the clay is gone, there is still an orange form. Healthier and more halfling. As the light begins to fade and the body drifts down into the numerous pieces of shattered porcelain, there laying before you is Veth Bernardo.
Did it work? Sorry. I had some. There was some clay in my throat there.
Very. Yeah.
Wait, we're not going to get to the fish market?
Fish market?
It is my favorite terrain.
Desren is saying nothing. Desren is backed up against the table you're hiding under, invisible, and is like barely even drinking the drink that he has, and is just kind of like looking about nervously.
I'm gonna go up to Desren.
You are one of the
Mighty Nine, I met you
Mighty
yesterday.
Nine. Yes, introduced.
You're a
yesterday.
lord here?
What?
You're a lord here in town?
Yes, I am.
Where do you live?
Around.
Around here?
Yes.
The marquee?
Well, not here specifically, but I move after I travel.
I'm gonna try to pull him out of the room.
Okay.
Rocking.
Weirdly enough, just kind of glides. It's like when you're playing an MMO and suddenly you get a lag spike and your character just kind of just moves across the floor.
What do you think? Oh shit. Do you need some water? Orange juice?
Cottonmouth.
Your jaw is going crazy right now.
Am I doing that? I mean, he's clearly hiding something. Why would he be here?
I don't know.
He's got to be like, yeah, push harder. Why are you in hiding?
Oh yeah, you do it. Let's go.
Hey, why are you in hiding?
He's gone.
Fuck! He got away!
I was looking at you!
I was looking at you!
No, I heard to look at you! You're supposed to look behind me when I look at you!
What? Where is he?
He rolled really high in a stealth check.
Is he invisible?
No, but one of the guards is looking at you, flail in the air, and is like,
the ruby of the sea. She's the one for me. You know you want her to, don't lie. What the fuck?
Are we gonna find this guy? Is he a spy or is he just like
No, he's gone, is what he is.
God damn it.
one of the little fishes kind of comes by your face, kind of just barely moves past your nose.
What are you doing?
This performance, man, it's like artistic expression in a way that I didn't know I could discover.
We're not even in the room of the performance. What is wrong with you? Let's go back in so people don't think you're tripping balls. Let's go. Look up. I push him. All
right.
I speak through a wire towards Beauregard and say, "Are you Frosty? We are going to the Ball Eater. Come now."
Man, Marianne Lavore is so good.
What?
She like talked to me just now and she sounded like Caleb. I don't know if it's part of the performance.
Did Caleb hear the first part of that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, she's high again. Ford, we are going to the Ball Eater. Bring Beauregard quickly.
Did you start by hearing voices or seeing things?
Are you feeling
Ford,
it too?
this is Caleb. I heard that. I am speaking to you. I am Caleb. You may reply to this message.
We got,
I think it's because like everything's
No, it's
connected.
Caleb. Shut up. It's, we're coming. Where are you? Where can you? Oh shit. No one sends me messages.
You can.
It's Caleb. We're supposed to go.
What?
Yeah, they're not here.
Shit, where are they?
It's good. I told Ford they're coming.
You told him a couple times. He got them.
I'm pretty sure if we just wait 1 second, we'll get one more.
Okay. Maybe they'll know.
All right, let's go.
About 15 minutes passed without any response from Caleb.
I feel like I missed something in the message. Maybe we should just.
Let's just go.
Let's just go.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, you want to go?
Where are you guys going?
They were dragging that guy that looked like Essig.
Where would they? Okay, let's think like we were them.
Oh, right. Jester took the guy up to the balcony, so let's go up.
All right, let's go to the balcony.
Okay.
All right. Do you head to the balcony where... All right, you head upstairs and the balcony door doesn't open and you hear somebody on the other side go like, "Hey, please, could you help me?" Yes.
Can I see through the wall? With true sight, can I see through the wall?
True sight, I don't think lets you see through walls. It's not like super X-ray, I can see everything vision. But you can see true forms, you can see an ethereal plane, and...
I guess.
Also probably wearing off.
I don't think that's Caleb. I think we're in the wrong place.
The voice is definitely not Caleb.
Fuck!
Okay.
We should just leave.
All right. Yeah.
Caleb, where are they? You said they were coming.
He did. Ford said they were coming.
Let's go to the street.
The street. All right.
Too
Yes.
far
Can I send
away.
them a message? I'll send them a message.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I'm going to send Ford a message. Ford!
We just go, wait.
What's taking you guys so long? We're going to the ball eater. Sheesh! Do 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 do.
It is so much weirder when you're in receipt of one of those messages. I honestly thought she was going to ask if I was pooping. Did she hear all that?
Oh,
I keep forgetting that they can hear us.
They're at the ball leader. Let's go.
And as the figure, shoulders slumped, turns around, the illusion fades.
Yasha, please guard the door.
Oh my gosh, it's Esek, but what?
I have a lot I want to accomplish. And only one person who understood and believed in that idea. And that's me. I've done terrible things in my life. When I first saw you arrive with the beacon, one of the two that I gave, I knew I had to be near you to protect what we had done. I had to make sure that you did not get too close to the truth.
Backfired.
I lean in and kiss him right here. And say, maybe you and I are both damned. But we can choose to do something and leave it better than it was before.
For I've not had any for either.
You are a broken person who had ill intentions and wandered aimlessly into a path that you had no intention or no idea how to complete. And yet somehow along the way you found a heart. You sound like all of us.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Mighty Nine.
Make no mistake. We do not trust you.
Good. That'll help you survive.
Doesn't mean we don't hope for you.
Yeah.
You look lovely this evening.
Oh, thank you.
You did a good job. We should make this our new vibe.
Our new look, we should be in formal wear all the time.
I don't know. I think people like actually paid us respect.
Well, you do look quite dashing. You look like a captain.
Thank you. Without the hat?
Without the...
Yeah, because I went up to Captain Dremmy. Guess what? No fucking hat.
Well, maybe a smaller hat. That one was really big.
He's a dwarf. He didn't have a hat.
You don't
Nothing.
have...
Nope.
You... Whatever. As long as we go to sleep.
Or, you know, we could just grab a bite.
Yeah, I mean, they're on their way back. We might as well just go get something. Maybe we'll find them there.
Do you have a favorite spot around here?
I didn't really go out very much for food.
Oh, that's right. You hid.
Well,
We could order in.
yeah, they've got wonderful food downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go downstairs and eat.
All right. All right.
I admit I can't even begin to fathom what your experience in all this must be like. I never knew my family, and whatever story I tell myself about them, it in no way compares to what I know you have gone through. I know that. You were a good friend. I know you've done terrible things, but I see a good man. I do.
Welcoming the light.
There's lights and shit.
And as you hear it from through the wood, laying in your bunk, and keep your eyes closed. Eventually, the early morning hours push you to rest. The thunder kind of lulling you to sleep. Each of you kind of find your way to your bunks as well as Orly takes over the ship. Your whole body is sore as you trudge through the mud and muck. You can see the storm brewing ahead, and as you look down at your hands, you can see the shackles that once bound your wrists. Chains dangling from them, now broken. You look down ahead, and warmly lit before you is a path, red like the horizon itself. Do you walk it?
Ooh. Absolutely.
Another flash, 40 feet from you, sending shards of rock and glass showering down from your left side. Do you continue on the path?
Yes.
Pushing forward, the rain begins to fall and pummeling you, turning to hail. Your skin numb with the hundreds and hundreds of vast and quick impacts. Another flash hits the path directly in front of you, scattering it into a small chasm before you. As you come close, it seems to widen with each step, the ground pulling further and further away until you come to the very edge. What do?
I jump.
You run and you leap. As you leap, the other side continues to stretch away. And you fall. And you fall. And you fall. And you look up as the wide mouth of this chasm goes further and further away. And looking up into the sky, all you see are the electric eyes in the clouds. What do you do?
I'm gonna bamf out my wings. Necrotic shroud.
The pain through your body, you can see the skin itself splitting from where the energy required a place to escape. And as you close your eyes and scream out loud into the darkness, this chasm, now a razor-thin mark of red, clouded sky above. Before the abyss takes you, you scream and release the essence of the celestial blood that sits in your veins. And with that, the chasm grows closer and closer and closer until you find yourself pushing out from the opening in the ground where once you fell, your feet resting once more on the path on the other side. As you stop and your wings gather around you, they are not black, but feathered.
Oh my god. Oh.
The voice once more says, "You are worthy, both of my guidance and of your own acceptance. This path before you is long, and I won't let you stray." Forward.
What?
You also
the
eyes.
A night of restless sleep comes to you. Whether it be the sound of the heavy rain hitting the glass doors on the outside of your captain's quarters, just the anxiety of the coming
interaction, but you toss and turn quite a bit. But when sleep does take you, you have visions of being in a forest once more, not unlike the one that you had traversed to help Caduceus find his family. You're alone, and you don't know where to go. You travel a bit, and it just continues. Almost the same, like it's a repeating glade. You push past trees. The rain now falls through the top of the forest, and you hear the distant rumbles of thunder carrying into this space. What do you do?
I will summon the sword. Can I sink it into the earth and try and listen for the voice of the Wild Mother?
You summon the sword to your hand, and what stares back at you is not the ruined blade that you found on this journey, but the familiar curved falchion with a singular yellow eye looking back, and you feel a burning pain in your chest. It burns even brighter and hotter. And suddenly it's a pain that is unbearable. As you come to consciousness, trying to scream, but you're winded. As a dark figure stands over your bed, a blade plunged in your chest.
Ooh. Not it.
You suffer 12 points of slashing damage, as well as 4 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
It's a priest of Ukatoa or something. Ukatoa.
As you lie there, the blade, a familiar-looking, barnacle-encrusted falchion, partially thrust into your abdomen. The creature holding it appears humanoid before you.
No.
But you see heavy, tattered robes and slivers of cloth. You see grayish blue skin. You see a humanoid face with long, thick tendrils of hair, yellow eyes, and the jaw itself seemingly split partially open and just kind of breathing like an exaggerated predator. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Keep 10. Didn't do a lot of damage to you, so.
I'm going to try and use my bonus action to use Far Step to go 60 feet up onto this mast, onto this buckle, and hold on to the main mast.
You got it.
Not being going for the crow's nest.
I don't think I can get there in 60 feet. This is more than 60 feet from there, right? I would like to shimmy around this side of the mast, and I'm going to release and fall about 5 to 10 feet, and I am going to cast Hexblade's Curse at the gentleman that's wielding the falchion below me, just about 5 feet after I fall.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And then I'm going to use...
Through the air, just curse
And
it.
then I'm going to Far Step back up to the crow's nest.
All right. On top. That's rad.
That was so cool.
So you watch as you fall, and as you concentrate outward, your sword behind you like that, from the ground beneath, you watch as from the wood, green vines suddenly emerge from the long dead wood and wrap around the legs and then begin to dig up into its various limbs and hold it in place as the Hexblade's Curse now, through the Wild Mother's vision, takes hold. And as you're about to land, you and then appear up on top and catch yourself just, shirtless, bloody, holding the blade in one hand, and then top the rain just bearing down on you.
How much movement?
And I think you get +5 to your AC when you do.
Ooh,
but
that's
I think,
cool.
yeah.
But you roll around like a dog.
But then
Orly is unconscious and bleeding out.
Bullshit.
No.
Orly's unconscious and bleeding out.
Oh no!
Orly.
Ford, your turn.
Great. I'll use half my movement to stand up out of prone.
Okay.
I'm going to lean over the railing and...
As soon as you lean over,
He was holding his action to Eldritch Blast you.
Oh my god.
You are, with the railing, you do have a bonus. You have half cover I'm giving you, so it's +2 to your AC.
Oh. And the pillows.
So there's a 14 that still hits.
Yep.
God damn it.
You take 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, natural 19. Yeah, you take 10 points of force damage.
Oh no!
I go unconscious.
And with the third and final hit,
would he not hit him because he would fall prone, wouldn't he?
No, it's all it's all at once. So the third blast immediately takes away death saving throw from you.
Okay.
As
What are you doing? You come right back.
He knocks unconscious,
I do have
comes
relentless
back.
endurance.
That's true. So you're back to 1 hit point, and then you get hit with the last blow.
So you got all your death saves.
Yeah. Which is important.
Now,
just up on a crow's nest.
Alone.
Well, here's the thing. You said you were leaning over the railing. I need you to go ahead and roll d20 for me.
Okay.
On a 1 to 10, you fall over the edge. On 11 or higher, you fall back into the crow's nest.
Oh boy, this is bad.
8.
Oh no!
Oh, he's dead.
Well, no.
I don't really know how it's
Like, splat.
Well,
No.
did you have a comment, you said?
Nope.
Okay.
No comment.
Yep.
Oh boy.
People fall from the top of the nest.
Could go a lot of ways here.
Rolling damage. Why is he rolling damage?
Fall
It's
damage
falling.
for every 10 feet.
No, I know, but
But you're already
these are
unconscious.
death saves.
No, but there may not need to be one.
Rolled a number higher than Ford's hit point total, it would all.
Yeah, which wouldn't happen, so it's fine. I'm just rolling it because it's fun.
The drama.
All right, so you impact onto the wet deck of the ship. You do fail 1 death save.
Just one?
Just one.
You can see?
Everybody within 60 feet that I can see
But you can
gets.
see Veth too, right?
No, just above that. 6 gets 11 hit points.
So 11 hit points to you, Ford.
No, Ford, because he's unconscious.
Oh, that's right.
Gets 13.
Right, that's max.
And Orly also gets 13.
That's true.
I know.
Watching the healing spell go out there and looking down at all of a sudden, the Rising Center just gets angry and kind of, as opposed to like staying in the back and watching from a distance, pulls out the sword of fathoms, leaps down and walks right up to Ford on the ground.
God
damn it.
No.
Because you are prone, has advantage on the attacks.
Oh boy.
God fucking damn.
So
But
first,
you got 13 hit points.
it's going to attempt to bite you. It's a natural 20.
Wait, he can bite. He's biting you while you're on the ground. That means he has to lean forward with his mouth and be like,
Yep.
Very romantic.
Yeah.
How far away is Ford?
Ford is about 25 feet from you.
I'll cancel that. Just
Okay.
Fucking shit.
Good on you. 14 points of slashing damage.
I am unconscious.
And 4 points psychic. You are unconscious. Hits you with an autocritical. You immediately lose 2 death saving throws.
Copy that. 2 down.
So you only get that relentless endurance thing once a day?
Once a day.
It's jamming the blade into Ford's chest as Ford screams out and he goes unconscious and is like digging into his sternum with the blade, like he's trying to carve a watermelon.
Pulled out a health potion.
Head and attack Ford.
Oh, but that's not good.
It's not a crit.
Well, I only had 1 death save left, so yeah.
As the creature has its blade in its chest, kind of staring off to the side, it gives a look towards one of the spine guys who had climbed over the edge. It leaps down onto the ground, puts its hands on the blade, the sword of fathoms as well, and pushes down as it stabs all the way through Ford's chest. The breath leaves his mouth. To the end of its next turn, yeah. So it hits Orly with its sword for Orly's unconscious. And has 2 more attacks.
It's gonna kill Orly
It's a hit. So after it slices Orly, and Orly kind of falls on the ground, it jumps on top, takes the blade and jams it from the side of the shell through the armpit and inside Orly's torso, and it kind of and then twists on the inside, and Orly just goes limp. Pulls the blade out. Statement.
Is it deep
And
space?
then it reaches down. No, it is not. grabs Ford by like the chest.
Don't you fucking.
And is going to attempt to dimension door.
Counter spell.
Yes.
4th level.
And does not go anywhere. Dragging Ford's lifeless corpse up towards the lip of the boat, getting ready to jump into the ocean.
Because you got the fucking pistol. 22.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Still got an orb in you, yo.
There was 2. One you fell out.
There's still one in there.
One in the sword.
Well, the sword was symbolic of you having it.
Yeah.
I thought you
22.
22 hits.
The balls. 7, 8. I'm gonna roll Savage Attacker.
Can I get attack
Start it, and also
opportunity?
start his dice. Yep. Make your save.
Fails to save.
It's
dead.
Yeah.
As you all
I'm shaking.
Standing in the pouring rain here on the deck of your ship. Sorry. I need to get some rain sounds.
You gotta have some rain sounds.
It's important.
The drama.
You all independently walk up to see there, in scattered pools of blood, unmoving, the dead bodies of Ford and Orly. The storm still flashing overhead, the thunder still roaring. In the middle of this moonless night, none of the other Armada ships, as far as you know, aware of what transpired here. It sinks in. What had happened, possibly why, and what needs to hopefully be done to rectify it. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Wow.
What? Oh shit, we went late. I'm so sorry.
Oh, fucking.
I wasn't even paying attention to the time.
Wow.
Oh no, I feel really bad.
What a thrill ride.
Well, we're the ones RPing halfway through the boat.
No, it's great, man.
No, it's good.
4
We did
days
a
of
check
us,
off
like,
play the first hour.
I'm glad this happened here and not in Chicago.
Wow.
This map was out.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, these were the things he was crafting, I think.
Those are the things I was building in secret in the hotel
I have
room.
the third orb still in me. It wasn't in the sword. It was just representative of what's in my chest.
The way he was attacking you seemed to be continuously going for the chest.
Keep digging.
Where you had
Just looking for it.
placed all the orbs into you.
That imagery with Yasha and the Ford dream before everything went wrong was amazing.
What I loved was like you were watching Yasha have the dream, and I looked over and you were like, "Thank God it's not me."
Taking the diamond and pushing Revivify as quickly as possible.
Okay. So I've rolled this.
I'm gonna reach over and try to cast the same thing on Orly because I don't know how much time I have on Orly.
And pushing the diamond down towards where the most gaping wound is, you watch as it kind of slowly turns to dust within the wound and itself become almost a congealed, like grainy material into the exposed blood. There's a moment of pause before the divine energy you channel through the Wild Mother creates a mess of vines that begin to grow from the wound and wrap around his torso. As the vines begin to condense and create a small nest or cocoon above where the wound is, you watch as they turn bright green, then turn brown and die and wither. The leaves of the vines immediately crumbling and decaying to dust. And as they do, leaving the wound itself partially healed. And you pause for a moment, and you hear the breath begin to come back into the lungs.
Cure wounds level 3.
Do I need to roll for Orly?
You do. Jester, her small, diminutive form on this massive deck of the ship, the storm battering around her, putting her hands on this large, shelled, unmoving, still creature. You see the green cloak momentarily engulf her before it vanishes when you blink. Not sure if it was there even to begin with. And what did you roll? 19. A 19. There's a moment of stillness before the chest inhales and the body begins to stir, and as it does, it kind of leans into one of the bagpipes, and you hear this before a hand kind of
Well, that is sore.
I'll cast third level. Oh wait. No, I won't heal you because I don't have. I'm gonna healing word you. No.
Because he didn't.
Because I have that prepared.
You didn't
Shut
prepare
up.
the cure wounds.
I'm starting a prayer of healing. So
The 99, correct?
Yes.
I have. I have been made aware of who you are. The Martinet speaks highly of the aid that you provided back in Oxentrum. If you're looking for work, there may be some possibilities in the north should we work together.
I drop into Zemnian. We greatly appreciate your aid out here. It's nice to know that we can count on each other in this difficult moment.
Steps forward and goes, hello, my dear.
Hi.
You have some questions.
Oh my gosh. Did you? I'm not gonna ask you that. We just had a crazy fight.
You're lonely. Proud of you.
So Ford has a thing, like a ball, an orb, an eyeball stuck inside of his body.
Mm-hmm.
And these dudes are like coming after him for it. They're like, we really want to let Ukatoa out.
No.
And I was wondering if you know how to get the orb out of him.
The questions.
Okay,
hold on. No. You asked your question. The answer is, I believe I have an inkling. Yes.
Oh, come on, Ma.
Not my rules.
Is that the only?
Do we have to like cut him open to get it out?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, that's good to know. Is it something that's within my skill set now?
I think you are quite capable, Jester.
Okay.
And then vanishes. And
My hand for.
Just a second. What are we doing?
We're just gonna try something.
Have you ever gotten a tooth pulled?
Yes.
It's like that.
That didn't feel very good.
Well,
Then hold my hand. You can squeeze it as hard as you want.
Do you want to bite down on something?
You can use my bow staff.
This is making me
You
feel.
want to bite on the bow staff? Oh, it's a little big. That's really big.
do you want me to tell you a joke to lighten the mood?
Take a swig from the flask.
I have the bow staff in my hand.
Okay, you'll be fine.
Just for added bonus, I'm gonna cast this at like 6th level.
Fuck you!
So you're casting Greater Restoration?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's hideous laughter on him.
On board?
Yeah, just so he's laughing while this happens.
Okay. Roll a wisdom saving throw for it.
Love that Joker.
18.
Oh,
18.
I beat it. Well, I'll still tell you the joke anyway. Why did Captain Tusktooth start smoking cigarettes at the dock?
Why?
Peer pressure.
I think everyone takes psychic damage at that point.
Didn't work. He didn't laugh. Everyone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the residuum and I'm just gonna pulse it through you and see what happens and give it a
Mark 100 gold's worth. You find your vision darken. And your instinct immediately is that fight or flight, that fear impulse kick in. But you find yourself surrounded in warmth, like you were dropped into a warm bath. Caduceus, as you concentrate, the same lichen that grows upon your armor begins to grow from your fingertips and find its way gathering at the center of Ford's chest. This kind of bright pink plume of fungus begins to just grow and generate around the sternum. In you, in this moment with your eyes closed, that warmth, you feel this twinge of pain right there that begins to grow and burn and sear. And you feel his hand squeeze tightly. Nausea begins to kick in, wave after wave, as this horrible pain begins to just burn from the inside. It is awful. It begins to come in such heavy waves that you find yourself falling to your knees, and that nausea is burning heavily within the depths of your chest and belly. Caduceus, as you hold tightly, you watch as Caduceus falls to his knees and begins to just shudder. All of you begin to grow nervous with what is happening, especially with how now, barely recovering from the edge of death, he seems to be convulsing in the way that he is.
You're hurting him. I'm gonna link my arm in his arm just to keep him there and to keep him upright and safe.
Okay. The pain begins to entirely consume your perspective. The warmth isn't there. The darkness is barely something you could concentrate on. It is just the pain, and it feels like a burning, white-hot poker right in the center of your chest, moving up towards your sternum, up to your clavicle, and as the nausea kicks in, you find yourself retching. You watch as Ford suddenly doubles over and vomits what seems to be gallons of frothy seawater onto the deck of the ship. This horrible, guttural, all muscles tensing vomit. And as the seawater splashes onto it with a heavy, you see a singular cloven crystal.
Don't touch it. Somebody pick it up with an object and let's put it in the bag as quickly as possible.
Your vision returns.
Take it off my sash and scoop it up and tie it off.
Let's put it.
I hold back his little teeny man bun.
Holy shit!
Put it in the bag as soon as possible.
It's coming out of your nose.
I put it in this, it will be gone.
Perfect.
Gone.
One of those tattoos?
I did, but you don't want to see where it is. It's very painful.
Right on the taint.
Yep, right on the in-between us. Just
Whoa.
had to hold my ankles and ride the lightning.
Actually.
Yeah, just...
Oh, that's right. There's no machines.
I call it
Just a couple of times that orb came up and swallowed back down.
5 years, everybody.
The art that's going to come out of that one.
Oh, no. Hopefully a gift.
I don't know.
Chiseled as it was described.
So it's
Might want to bite down on this.
Boy, that was a 2-minute detour, guys.
Yeah, we needed a good laugh.
It is still raining. It is still freezing.
I'm gonna send a message to the hag.
Okay.
Sure.
Hey, it's Chester. I sent you some cupcakes. Did you get them? Oh my gosh, they are black moss, just like I promised you. Are you thinking about?
A moment passes before you hear,
I did. They were tasty.
I feel like I could feel her breath on my neck as she was sending me a message. That's really weird.
you can see the conversations begin to ensue, and then eventually a flag goes up on the mast of each ship, signifying the beginning of these negotiations.
Do we have a looking glass on our ship?
I have a looking glass.
Let's look at what they're doing.
Bust out the looking glass.
I have a magnifying glass. I can make it even more powerful.
Don't burn your retinas. Don't.
Get an eclipse. You don't want to do that.
I pull it out and I pass it around to everybody. Do the binoculars of the stadium thing.
Okay.
Orly has one as well, so I'll share his.
Okay. With that and the proximities, you all kind of the Armada Titans in, you do recognize the name of the ship that is affixed to the blue heaven is the Vin Radathak, which is undercommon for the Everstorm.
The Everstorm?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's dope.
Vin Radathak.
At this point, you can see all the ships. The Righteous Brand soldiers are now coming to the decks as a show of power. On the opposite end, you can see Aurora Watch soldiers are coming to the decks as well. And there's very much just a display of tense might on both sides, holding the line as the two center ships kind of become the core of what is to transpire.
She totally wants to talk to.
No, she does not. But
I'm gonna send a message to her.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, we took a long rest.
You did the night before, yeah.
Oh, we took a long rest.
Oh, we took a long rest. Okay.
You're right.
I'm gonna send a message to the Bright Queen. Oh my gosh, I could see you in the mirror. You look so beautiful. What were you guys saying? Did it go well? Are you happy?
I am in the middle of a discussion, but I will respond that things are progressing as expected. Not poorly yet.
My God. How did negotiations fall apart?
We didn't have as good a relationship, I feel.
That's true.
With King Brundle.
What about Martinet?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send a message to Martinet.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Hey, so you were there? Oh my gosh, what happened? What did they say? We're just so curious. I really want to know how.
It seems things are open to progression in the morrow. The ice has been broken. Nobody's killed each other. I call that a win.
Things are going well.
You hear a horn go off. It's everything.
That's it.
Sure.
It's all about growth.
Slow guttural. Yeah. I hate you all so much.
It'll pass, man. Just give us 2 minutes, it'll pass.
That was a good one, though. That was good.
Guys, I don't want to fight a fucking sea dragon. Okay.
No, 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 no!
Now replaced with the new flags. These you can see hold a deep blue color. And on a political, nautical standpoint, you're told by Orly as he looks over and turns back. Seems it all's gone well. Came to a close. You can see skiffs beginning to make their way away from the blue heaven. And people on those ships are shouting up to decks as they pass by. You can see the mirrors are being brought away and below deck, and that platform between the two ships is being deconstructed. As the skiff comes close, you could hear the voice shouting out, "Negotiations have completed, and King Dwendal has declared the war come to a close. All Armada ships are returned to Nicodranas. Guest vessels are free to disembark and travel as they please."
Thank you. Do we tip? No. I don't think we tip.
We wait.
You?
No. No.
Oh, you're going in again. Do it again.
Yeah, with this one, I want him to like reciprocate though.
He's not reciprocating.
Look at him. He's doing it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
It's awkward.
Put that arm around her. Give
It's a
her
Voldemort
big
hug.
It's sort of okay. It's like when he dances.
He doesn't look like he's frowning quite as much.
I just hope it sticks.
Yeah, me too.
That you, kind of keeping a watch towards where the back of the ship is, you can see there's a small, looks almost like a piece of land that's kind of breaching the surface of the water. And you're like, oh, it's like a small might be part of the reef behind, but it's keeping pace.
Oh, son of a
Captain, we're being followed by a tiny island.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Said we're being followed by a tiny island.
Would I have any recollection of
I
anything
went back
like
and
this?
look at it.
Okay, you can see it now that Caduceus points it out.
Tiny island.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah.
Would I have heard any stories about moving tiny islands?
How far away?
Make a tiny island check.
Yes, exactly. You're proficient in that, right? I would say go ahead and make a history check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Ford, you can make a history check.
Okay.
Nothing comes to mind, and you both watch this tiny island is gaining. And the water around it starting to rise as it cuts a swath through the waters. As you kind of look over and you're called to the edge and you glance over and you can see it, and you've heard tales of certain entities of various types that are spoken of in mythology, of people that traverse the waters of the Lucidian ocean and seas beyond. This looks indeed like an island, but just below the surface you can see limbs pushing through the waves. And as it continues to go closer and closer, and you meet these thoughts, these myths, these tales that you've heard across the Lucidian ocean and the Sylvain Islands, you see the snout rise, pointed, the nostrils flare. As you realize you are being chased by a dragon turtle. And that's where we're going to finish the episode.
I just want somebody in Chicago that's like the monster I want to see and not see at all. Oh no!
This is gonna go great.
A dragon turtle?
Have you seen a picture of a dragon turtle?
I'll show you.
Giant.
Yeah.
Let me see
It's
that.
iconic. Dragon turtle.
It's iconic.
What it sounds like.
Is
Is it a dragon or is it a turtle?
Yes.
Yes. It is awful. We are.
And they like house
big.
people.
They're big.
What?
You guys
Can
are
house
fine.
Ship?
Inside of it?
On it.
Dragon turtle.
Oh, it's like an island.
It's an island.
It's an island.
If the island is the tip of the iceberg.
No,
There you go.
There it is.
That's a fun one.
That's a big turtle.
I love
Maybe we
you.
can befriend him.
I love you. On the 5-year anniversary, I feel like this was a gift.
Flare and the blast of the flame and the actual firing of the cannon was too strong, and as such it goes wide. You watch it actually overshoot the creature and then vanish into the ocean behind.
God damn it, Marius!
However, you do notice that Yasha's does impact and explode across the outside of its shell.
Good hit!
You can go ahead and roll damage on that one, which is
8d10.
8d10?
8d10 bludgeoning damage.
We might as well. This ship's our baby. We're gonna ride or die.
I haven't rolled a 10 in a minute.
First mate, P to RL. Permission to reload.
Yeah, of course. Fucking Yoni, mine. Permission.
Is that a real?
No. Made it up. Chain of command. Chain of command.
Within 65 feet of the ship, which now means you can see it.
Oh no!
Oh, he's so cute.
He's really cute, though.
I don't like it.
Oh no.
But that's
So
just
big.
That's just a turtle. That's like an actual turtle.
That's like Squirt from
The size of
He's really big.
So you two are coming up.
We come up.
From the galley.
Okay,
With all due respect, I will not leave my post.
let's go.
Okay.
Depends on what she says next.
Okay,
You thought about this part, right?
No. I didn't get that far ahead.
so you cast polymorph.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn him into just a regular sea turtle.
Okay. You watch as the shimmering energy kind of encircles its body beneath the waves, and suddenly it goes dark. You can't even see it, like it just disappeared beneath the surface.
A sea slug bitter.
All right, and that is a
17 wisdom.
17 wisdom.
Negative.
That's an
24,
actual
so
animal,
say.
right?
Yeah.
That is
With the D4 minus?
D4 minus.
Thank you.
No worries. So what are you turning it into, you said?
17 is
No,
oh, a sea slug.
A sea slug. Alrighty. That brings it to a 13. So yeah. The shadow of the creature becomes near impossible to see. You can't, like, it just, you do not see it at this time.
Are we good?
Run.
Are we good?
It's a slug!
Run.
Let's go! I wonder if it has a dragon's hoard somewhere beneath the waves.
Oh.
Don't you?
Always, yeah. That was my first thought as well.
I'm officially lost.
Do you want to go look for it?
I think we have pressing matters at Rumblecraft, no?
Yeah.
It hasn't had sex in a long time.
Because its mate is stuck in Dark
Mate is in
Toe.
Dark Toe. It's an epic love story.
Well, then maybe we just need to hook it up, man. Maybe you just need to get laid.
Just finger bang that thing,
Yeah.
and we'll be okay.
Oh, man.
And we're back.
Are we volunteering?
I'm going to climb up to the crow's nest.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw in my journal a couple of giant sea dragons, turtle dragons humping.
Waiting for it. Okay. Alrighty, there you go.
With these days, we've been at sea for another 2 days.
You've been at sea for 3 days since the encounter with the sea
I'm
turtle.
gonna try to, with some black powder.
Faint ring of white sand beaches and rocky cliffs that meet on the outskirts of it. But there before you see, approaching quickly,
Rumble.
the island of Rumblecast.
We are not the only ones here.
Yeah, I know the traveler told me we have to fight something, probably.
Fight?
I don't know, he said there's like dangerous things here.
When I saw some sort of a village with folk who look like they are not, possibly not from here.
You walk over and kind of reach towards the base of this purple flower.
I'm gonna one more time. I'm gonna use a charisma bonus. Please don't do anything terrible to us. So sorry. I'm going to attempt to influence the flower not to do something.
Okay.
The base.
Make a persuasion check.
So I have advantage on this.
This group has been so horny for D&D for 3 months.
Make a persuasion check. Okay. 22.
The dental dam is burst. 22.
Bo, you know, I'm grateful for you noticing all this stuff, but I'm taking point, so, I mean...
Well, I'm behind you, and you're so short.
I know, but
so
you're
I can just
kind of
see.
making me look like an asshole a little
no,
bit.
you were-
You're seeing everything, and I'm not seeing anything.
My successes don't deter from you as a person.
I just feel like a failure a little bit.
You don't. Don't compare yourself to me. It's an impossible task.
Are we there yet?
Well, that's a funny question. I can't really recall, but everything kind of led to bringing me here, I think.
I'm so sorry. Also, what are your names again? I feel so
I'm
bad.
Pono. Sorry, my apologies. I'm Pono. This is Jaina.
Pono.
And he was like, that I am. My pleasure to meet all of you.
And Jaina, do you remember where you're from, out of curiosity?
These are probing questions, Mr. Caduce.
West?
Maybe we'll just...
I'm working a theory.
West, I think.
West. West is nice.
But you also can't remember.
You see, the thing is, a lot of us here have a hard time remembering.
Do you have any
Do you eat the
siblings?
flowers?
No, you're not supposed to eat the flowers. That's a problem. Do you eat the flowers?
One of us did.
Leader of your village?
We've got 3 leaders of our little community here. Do you not know? I mean, what found you here? If you don't know about who we are.
Well, there's this god who's really awesome.
So you do know about this place?
Oh.
Whoa.
The traveler?
No.
Who are you talking about? Oh God, are we going to have to fight a god to get traveler?
Maybe they just call him a different name.
Yeah.
What god are you?
We are of the Vo community, and we all worship the great fire god Vokodo, of which this island is home to, as the center of Exandria.
People leave to get supplies, or
does
like,
anyone ever leave at all?
No folks seem to leave usually. We find what we need here to survive, and Vokodo provides what is necessary, and we give back to Vokodo as part of that blessing cycle. And
What do you give Vokodo?
Yeah. What do you give to Vokodo?
oh, we give Vokodo the gems and the glistening, ripe gifts of Exandria herself. Seen. There are some. In fact, our spiritual leader has gone to visit this god, Viridian. Oh, you should meet Viridian. She could probably answer your question.
Viridian? Is that one of the 3 leaders?
Yes, yes. There's Terra, who's the leader of the hunting parties, and our personal, individual. There's Lukash, who is in charge of construction and organization of the actual community. And then there is Viridian, who is kind of the spiritual leader and the one who kind of guides everyone underneath the eye of Vokodo. Very intricate tattoo that is kind of hidden beneath that back hair. It's a unique symbol. It's like a little curved C with like a line through it and another one behind it.
Okay.
You can make a history check if you'd like.
Yeah.
Chaos Crew?
The clasp?
Natural. This is indeed a symbol of the clasp, which is a prominent thieves guild, largely based out of Taldore to the far west of Wildmount.
Does Caleb know about them?
Caleb would know about it from the history with a history check. Ports and frames to a lot of it. It shouldn't stand. A lot of this looks rickety, but you can see most of these structures are supported by thick, healthy vines, like green vines that are braided and entwined and tend to hold and wrap around them in a very unnatural way. And as he approaches,
it has been some time since we've had new blood in the village. Welcome. I am Lukash.
Oh, and he turns and you can see one of the vines kind of lowering and unfurls, and standing on the vine as it descends, like poison ivy. As it unfurls, you see an elven, half-elven woman standing there with kind of dark, sunburned skin. You see dark brown hair that is kind of wild but sun-bleached at the tips. You can see she stands with a presence that is formidable, but a gentle smile and demeanor. She steps off from this vine, and you can see she's covered in leathers with elements of like dried leaves and scales almost that kind of blend together. The left leg is like a vibrant green made of tightly knotted vines almost. And a staff kind of descends into one hand as she steps off of the vine and approaches. And I am Viridian. It is a pleasure to have you. Kind of always been there.
Avocado is the man.
Yes. Avocado.
Oh, yes.